And welcome to Business Inspire. Today I'm talking with the founders of Lokademy, an online learning platform. I'm going to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves.
Good morning, viewers. I am Lokademy, co-founder of Lokademy. I am an educator for more than 11 years, and I am the person behind all of the curriculum for Lokademy.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. I am Korti Pichlo. I'm also co-founder of Lokademy, and I am the chief technologist behind the Lokademy platform.
Now, what would you say inspired you to actually go in this direction?
So it's twofold. We had different perspectives that brought us to it. From my perspective, for the viewers, Laki is my wife, and I could remember like 5 years ago she would be coming home from school and she's all sad and frustrated about what's happening in the school system. Because while there are a lot of good teachers, there are also some teachers that should probably look for a different profession. And so I said, and I also observed the love and care that she showed for her students and seeing it being reciprocated back to her. So I was like, I would love if more students could have access to the care. And this will inspire me to work towards the academy.
Yes, and so from my perspective, every class I taught, the students wanted to be a part. And so I'm only one person. I can teach only one class at a time. So whenever I was teaching, the students would be like, Miss, can you teach me? Or I can't wait to get to this class so you can teach me. So merging my expertise in education and Kurtley's expertise in technology, we were able to meet everyone and they have an opportunity to really have a little bit of the care.
Mm-hmm. Now, looking on your website, you are focused primarily on CAPE and CSEC. Why?
So that's our starting ground. Both of us, we have a background in science, and our love for science propels us to do CSEC. And given that CXC is written across the Caribbean, you have a wide range of students to do it, and they get to do what we like to call the Lokademy Code. So with the Lokademy Code, we are able to teach the students, particularly in science, CSEC science and CAPE, to first decode, then practice and apply their knowledge. So for now, we have already on our platform everything CSEC science, and we hope to, move beyond CSEC science for the students. And
we also have our corporate package, whereby, because the Lokademy platform, while we're using it primarily for CSEC and CAPE, it could be used for any kind of teaching experience or learning experience. So we have a package where businesses, they could contact us and we could create a digital ecosystem specific to their company. So for example, they have an onboarding program. There might be oil and gas. You need to do certain safety training for your employees before they come on board. And so we could take all of that institutional knowledge that they would have and put it into a digital ecosystem for them. So they could also contact us for that.
Mm-hmm. I'm coming back to you on that. Pew. Now, since the COVID-19 pandemic, there was a push or regionally for us to go in this direction. And since then, we have seen lots of artificial intelligence tools, being advertised for persons to use that are touted as good for students. What makes Lokademy different to all these other tools that are out there?
So thank you for that question, Iva. So one, like I stated earlier, the Lokademy method, that is to decode, practice, and apply. So in doing so, that helps the students to decode a topic, apply that knowledge, and then transfer learning. Now, one of the things that has been challenging over the COVID period is the teaching of science online. And so because you have different aspects of whether it is a lab or, a concept that students might find hard to understand, for example, Newton's law, example. So in teaching the Lokademy way, it helps students to get that concept and apply it to knowledge. and apply that knowledge to their everyday life. And that's something a lot of students struggle with. So they have the content, but in applying it, they struggle, they can't do that. So if I asked you, how is it you're able to smell somebody's perfume from across your room? They won't be able to tell me. But then if I ask them, define diffusion for me, they can tell me. But then when I bring that, being able to smell somebody's perfume or smelling your mom's cooking, they will be able to say, this is it, but they can't put those two together. So the Lokademy method helps them to put the two concepts together and, go forward.
How responsive has the platform been? I know that in Guyana, it is still a challenge for children to understand via through virtual learning. And we can say in the city we have where children have access to all the tools. Some are thriving, and then you have some that are not thriving, and then it is still difficult for children in rural communities to adapt. How responsive have they been to your academy?
So that question is a bit twofold. So you have some students who are, even parents reaching out stating that their children are really enjoying what Lokademy has to offer. They get the option to, interface with the content. So they have, what would I say? The better thing to say would be that persons who would have engaged with it, they had the opportunity to, like when we first open up the portal, etc., to go through what we like to call the CSEC blueprint, and that gives you the guidelines as to how you can pass CSEC. Some students would even reach out to say, where are you before? Because they went through the information and they're like, where were you when I needed you? So that's the kind of interactions we have with the students that are on already.
You want to add something?
Yes, our platform is really fun and engaging. Like you mentioned, a parent reached out, hey, my child signed up, because we did a Facebook, posted on Facebook, and they really enjoying the program. Do you have on the asking for different subjects? So we since then we've expanded the subject that we're offering. So now we're offering our Mastering CSEC Physics, Mastering CSEC Chemistry, Mastering CSEC Biology, and our Mastering CSEC Integrated Science program that will take them through the entire CSEC syllabus to get them ready. And the reason why it's fun is because, like Kay mentioned, our content is very dynamic. So it's text, audio, video, and images, depending on which one is more appropriate to convey the content. So they have that. In addition, they have our AI-powered mascot we call K. So at any point in time, it's available 24/7. So if they're learning something and they don't understand, rather than waiting until they have to go back to school to ask a teacher, they could immediately reach out to go to the chatbot and ask the specific question that they could have. And they could ask how many questions it requires in order for them to really understand the concept. And that there is a key differentiator, because if you study, let's say 11 o'clock in the night, 1 o'clock in the morning, and you're stuck on a topic, it would be very frustrating if you have to wait till the next day, or you would be discouraged. But even if you don't understand something, you could always go to the AI chatbot and get an explanation that is suited for you. And our AI has been trained on the CSEC content, so it will give an explanation that is appropriate for the CSEC syllabus. Because you could go on, somebody may say, oh, well, I could just use ChatGPT, but they might give an explanation that is outside of the scope of the CSEC syllabus. Also, we have a community, an online community with students that we cater for students across the Caribbean once you're interested in CSEC. So they could reach out to us, send us a message in the community, engage with other students to really have a comfortable environment. And this is why we call it an ecosystem, because it's not just a course. It's a content it's course that they could go through anytime they want. There's the AI-powered chatbot to help them get unstuck. And then there's a community, the online Caribbean community, for them to feel engaged. And of course, it's moderated by us because it's still students,
Yeah.
You need to have moderation. So it's moderated bias to ensure that everything remains appropriate for CSEC science.
When you mentioned the online regional community that you have, I know many of us who wrote CXC and me longer than y'all.
Yes.
It sounds exciting.
Yes.
What was it like being able to bring children from around the world to get them excited about science in this way?
So really our ultimate goal for Lokademy is to be able to make science fun. And I remember teaching and my students were more engaged while I had some sort of technology involved. To the point every time they come, they ask the question, Miss, do we have any videos? Do we have any interactions? And the same students who might not be very responsive in other teachers' classes, they were responsive because of the engagement in that was incorporated in learning and teaching. And so by doing so, we get students to be, I'm excited. As well as we try to stay away from what we want to say, rote memory or rote memorization, and also the death of scroll. So on the platform, everything is chunked. So you have micro-learning, and that in and of itself brings the students because they realize that I don't have to go through a boring textbook. Here I have audio, I have visuals, I have, videos. And while I'm going through the content, so I'm reading and I'm listening to Kay read with me as well. So, that is what brings the engagement for the students, and they like that.
I like what you just said because, for years we know that children learn differently. And having this platform, it means that, children who can't really sit still in a classroom, but, who could watch television whole day and then they could walk away and pass an exam the next day because they can contextualize what is there.
Correct.
That's good.
Correct. I would like to share an experience that I had. It's a very embarrassing experience, to be honest. I was in and it served as a valuable lesson for the rest of my life, and it's something we've incorporated into the academy. So in my 4th year at the University of Guyana, I was doing a degree in biology. For a final year project, I had to go and collect bat manure or bat guano from the UG ceiling, and there was an egg among the bat guano. So I came back with the egg and I said to my lecturer, say, sir, I just found a bat egg. And I said, what did you find? He said, me, a bat egg. And he kept repeating himself. And I said, what's the problem? He said to me, what is a bat? And I said to him, a bat is a mammal. And immediately I felt embarrassed because one of the things you learn from primary school is that mammals don't lay egg, they give birth to live young. So how am I saying a bat is a mammal, it's a bat egg? So meaning I had the theoretical knowledge, the academic knowledge, but I did not connect it to the reality. And so what he did for the rest of my tenure at university, every time I passed by a class, he would say, come Courtney, and tell every student, this is the student that found the bat egg. And in hindsight, I now tell him, thank you very much for that experience, because it really taught me to not leave your science in the classroom. Go with it everywhere, because science is around us. And so the way our curriculum is designed is to help them to realize science is around you. If you, like you mentioned, if you spraying perfume, that's diffusion. If you're cooking and you're boiling water, science will tell you, if you cover the pot, it can boil faster because it will trap the heat, allowing the temperature to rise faster. Sitting in this chair, this is Newton's third law. While I'm pushing down on the chair is pushing back up with me. Newton's third law, action and reaction are equal but opposite. So we try to connect the theoretical knowledge with a practical application. So in a sense, you don't even need to memorize. You just remember perfume and you can remember diffusion. You could remember when I'm preparing starfish and I soak it in water, or again I make potato fries and I soak it in water.
Or mango pickle.
Or mango pickle, that is osmosis. And so we really, given that experience and that embarrassment, want to save students from any potential embarrassment themselves. And we've incorporated that. So science is more than just, oh, we're trying to get a good grade at CXC. Because when they leave school to get into tertiary education and beyond, we want them to have a foundation that they could build on. And at university, sure you remember they would say, especially as a journalist, you have to read for your degree.
Yeah.
So our content facilitate reading. So by the time that they're going to university, they're already accustomed to reading and knowing how to acquire the knowledge. So we're just, yes, you need to pass CXC and we will do our best to facilitate that. But it goes beyond just passing CXC. It's understanding science so that we could create future scientists, so to speak.
That's good. That's good. Now, I know that some persons looking at the program may be thinking, what is the cost for all of this? How, or I should ask, what is your strategy to keep Lokademy affordable and easily accessible for students in Ghana and throughout the region?
So currently we have the Lokademy app, and it's available. They can go to lokademy.com/app to download the app, or they could go on Google Play Store or App Store and search for Lokademy. And once they sign up, they will immediately receive free access to our C6 Success Blueprint. Sorry, our C6 Success Toolkit. And that is a course that will prepare them and get them ready for CXC, all the different study techniques, etc. Outside of that, we have paid courses, which is, as I mentioned, our subject-specific courses, chemistry, physics, biology. And those are available for $25 per month, which is roughly 5,200 Guyana dollars. And so we're trying to make it affordable, but of course with AI and all the technology that we use, and there is a cost associated with it, so we cannot make it free for everyone. We also have collaboration with schools. If there's a private school, government school out there, they can team up with us so that they could cover the costs for Lokademy, and their students will have access to Lokademy for free, which will facilitate the students having access to the content.
So we also have what's called an affiliate program, and in the affiliate program, so any teacher or person that brings, for every student they bring, they too will be able to make some sort of a commission per student that they bring. So for example, teachers who may want to have, they want to host lessons but they don't have the physical facility to do so, they can use our platform for the content that will be able to teach the students, so they can interact with the students. They can use it as a teaching resource for their students while they are able to make a little bit of funding, because people are always trying to figure out how we can make some more money. So that's an option available for them as well.
Yes, because we want to work with our teachers and not against our teachers. So
or replace them.
Or replace them. So there's a 25% commission for teachers if the students sign up, and they will receive that 25% commission every month. And that would allow the students to learn in school, and then when they leave school, they can still continue to learn on our platform.
That's great.
Yes.
So have the teachers been signing on to it?
Yes, there are some teachers that have already signed on to the program.
Yes.
I know you mentioned the corporate package that you have. How responsive have businesses been to that?
But we're now launching our corporate package. So we only recently finished the website to allow them, but for businesses out there that might be interested, they can go to lokademy.com/partnership and they can book a demo, and we will schedule a 30 minutes meeting. We will go through their needs and then we'll make a determination and go from there.
So that's LOKADEMY.com.
You are going to be at Guy Expo.
Yes.
Lokademy is going to be at Guy Expo this coming week.
Yes.
What is it persons can expect?
So they can expect to engage with Kay, meet us in person, and just let's have a fun time as we learn and, work with the Academy and the team.
Yes, we have a special demo for persons who come. They could have a conversation with Kay, not just chat with Kay. In our Academy app, they could chat with Kay. But we're working on what I call Academy 2.0, which will allow them to speak with Key, but it's not available in the app as yet, but they can have an early preview to Academy 2.0. At our demo, where they could have a conversation with Key and really try to show what the future of learning could be like. So I'm looking forward to you guys. Come out, meet us at Guy Expo. Let's have some fun together, and we'll have a really good time.
Yeah, talking to the two of y'all, I get the sense that when y'all are working on developing Lokademy, new apps and so on, is very exciting. Explain to us, what is that like? Because it's like, this seems to just be fun for y'all.
Well, it is. It's a lot of fun. You have your moments of frustration because you just can't get it right. But over the period we've been working on it and putting the content together, creating the images, the course content, the audio, it's really a learning experience, because sometimes we would go through the content and be like, wow, I wish I was writing CXC now. So that is like, it's almost amazing. Sometimes we wish we can go back in time to write the exam. So we know from the feedback our students really enjoy that. So it motivates us to keep going, keep pushing, and working hard to get it done, so that, it can have a viable product for persons to use.
Correct. And as we mentioned, the academy stem from our observation of students in the classroom, seeing what makes students excited. So we kind of go through our course looking at it from the perspective of a student, and we were having fun, we were getting excited and happy. So we really would love, we really think it would help students across the Caribbean. So we want to get the word out. Download the Lokademy app. You will really enjoy what we have to offer.
Okay.
So, is there a number for persons who may want to call you? I know you say download the app, but for people who may want to call you to have the conversation with you before they sign up their children, how can they reach you?
All right, so we have two numbers. The first is 640-60-602. You can call, chat with Lokademy on WhatsApp, or even call that number. Or you can call 659-8496 to speak with Curtly directly if you would like to speak to him.
Well, thank you very much for agreeing to speak with me. And,
Yes,
it was really a pleasure, listening to you, listening to what you have been able to create over the years, and the impact it is actually having on students, not only in Guyana, but around the Caribbean, and I wish you, future success.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much for having us. Remember, guys, come and check us out at Lokademy. Let's have a good time this weekend.
Yes.
And that is it for us here at Business Inspire.